Hi, everybody. This is Kathy, and we're here at Allure. And today we're doing a special episode of Client Speaks. And we have our special guest, Ellen. And you guys may have seen that Ellen is one of our weight loss clients. And so I wanted her to share her story. And the reason why we do this is because, as you guys know, I'm here at the spa. I work here at the spa. I love being here at the spa, and I love what I do. But to hear it from me is a different thing than hearing it from an actual client. And that is why we try to bring clients on so they can share their experience and so that you can ask them questions. You can actually ask Ellen questions throughout this entire broadcast, right, Ellen?
Yes.
And she's going to answer it truthfully. But you guys, I'm going to be showing you some before and after pictures, especially if you are on our Facebook and our YouTube pages. So we're streaming there. It's a little bit more difficult with Instagram, but what we'll do is after this is done, we will go back and repost so that you can see all of the before and afters that Ellen has had during her service. So, okay. So again, I'm Kathy, and thanks so much for tuning in. This year's almost over. It's amazing, but we're here, and we've got some great things that are going to be coming in 24. So just stay tuned. So again, this is Ellen. I'm going to let her give you a little bit of her background, why she's here. And you guys, like I said, can feel free to ask her questions. We did get some questions beforehand, and I am going to be popping those on the screen as well. So here we go. Thank you,
Okay,
Ellen.
so my name is Ellen. I have been battling with weight gain and everything. I have severe chronic asthma, so the prednisone, having to go on and off steroids, makes my weight fluctuate. So it got to a point. I am 44 years old. I'll be 45 January 30th, and I ended up having a problem with losing the weight. But in 2022, I had two surgeries, 2 weeks apart, and I had gotten really big. And then I had 4 bouts with steroids, with prednisone, and I couldn't get the weight off. I couldn't exercise, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do any of those things that I would normally do to get the weight down or to like kind of maintain it into a semi-healthy state because my BMI was outrageous. And it had gotten to the point where it was messing with my back, my ankles, my joints. And I was like, okay, something has to give because I need a place of starting over because the asthma is not going anywhere. But I knew that it had something to do with the food and the ingredients that they're putting in the food. I had changed my diet already, so I was already eating healthy, but I couldn't get it under control. So I had came for my annual, and I told, well, Dr. Terry, I call her Tony because she's my big sister. But I told her, I was like, I need help. She's like, oh, we got weight loss. I was like, okay, give it to me. So that was in May, a year after the first picture that you all are gonna see with the when I was swollen. I was 2 weeks post-op. That was in May of 2023 this year, and I had finally get it. We actually started it. I take that back. That was in March when we first had that. It took until May for me to get the drug. So, yes, since I've been on this journey since May of 2023, and here it is now December, and I'm almost at my goal. I'm almost to my first weight loss goal, like 3 pounds, if that, because the time of the month. 3 pounds away from my first goal, but my ultimate goal is the 165, and I'm like 10 pounds, well, 13 pounds away from there. So
Thank you. And you know what, guys, and as Ellen was saying, doctor is like her big sister. So we've been knowing Ellen since she was a little girl. Little
yes,
girl, long time ago, way back in the day. So she actually went to school with my daughter.
yes,
Yeah. So for a while, so she's like family, and you also always want to make sure not just family but everybody is healthy. And like you
hmm
said, there are things that are in the foods that we're eating. There was a client here this morning. She said that she and her husband went out this weekend, went to a magnificent restaurant, and the food, as she was saying, was like, but she's gone there multiple times, has loved the food, didn't know why. But there are things that we can do, because of course your lifestyle has to change.
yes,
Um, it's great that we've got these different things in place to help folks, but if you don't change your lifestyle, if you continue to try to do the same things that we've done before, we can't do that.
right,
And especially as we're getting older,
hmm
maybe when we were little and young, we would just like scarf down stuff and think like, oh, it's no big deal. I'm not gaining weight, but it's not just the weight as well, it's also your health. And so that's why, people are looking more and more now at things that can help with their health. And I'm so glad that Ellen is here. So Ellen, how long have you've been here at Allure?
I've been at Allure since it started. Dr. Scott Terry is my gynecologist, so when she opened Allure, I've been coming ever since then. So it's been since I don't know how many years. I think Angel was how many years has it been?
Girl, forever.
Yeah, it's forever. Cause yeah, I've been in country in Calumet City for like 5 years, and then we was in University Park. Angel was a little girl. She was in grade school. She in high school now. So it's been over 6 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been a
been a
while.
while. But
It's
I've
been,
been coming here.
it's been a while. So question, I'm just going to pop these questions on the screen. And like I said, for those who are in either on Facebook or YouTube, you can see these questions as they pop on the screen. And then Ella can see them on the screen in front of us. So she'll just answer those questions too. But we will read the questions out loud for those who are on Instagram who can't see these questions. And then we will show some pictures of her befores and her afters. They are amazing. They are amazing. So the first question is, what made you decide to start the process?
The main thing is I have a daughter and I need to be here. And I knew that with my health, I was having more problems with my asthma. And I was like, okay, this is not right. I'm doing everything correct. And they kept changing my meds and making it stronger. I was like, no, I shouldn't be going stronger. I'm doing everything correct. So I was like, it got to be this way. So it's the goal is to stay here and be here longer for her. And it was crazy because with me, my mom has started her journey and she is not too far from me right now. So yes, it's amazing. My daughter is the main reason and being here for the long term.
Good. That's a good thing. And so you talked about your goal.
Hmm.
What is your weight goal?
My initial weight goal was 175. That was the short term. Well, actually, no, the short term was the five to lose like 10 pounds. The long term was 175. But when I got to 170, like close, I'm in like 178. And when I got in this range, my BMI is still at 31, and it needs to be under 30 to be healthy. So I knew that the ultimate goal should be 165. I had decided that once I noticed I was getting closer to the 175, and it was ironic that when I came to my meeting and my monthly checkup for the weigh-in, both Dr. Terry and I was like, yes, let's go to 165. I said, yeah, because I need to be in a healthy BMI, which is like 28, and that would be like 165. So that's my ultimate goal.
You're getting there.
Yeah, quickly.
You're getting there. So that's good. So you had to go through a consultation first, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So what should someone expect during the initial consultation?
Okay, so it gets personal. For those of you all that don't want to be transparent, I don't recommend you do it. You have to be transparent. She's going to ask you, like, do you have these things? So the whole goal, because most insurances will cover the Wegovy for you, but you have to display the needs. So she does a complete blood workup of anything that deals with inflammation. Like I have a multinodular thyroid. That's another thing. With that, I want to make sure that stayed normal because I haven't had to have any problems with it. But she tests the whole gamut, everything that can be related to your weight or your diet. She tests to make sure that you have everything. See if you have it or if you're borderline. In my case, I had A1C and I was borderline. I've never ever. My mom changed our diet when we were kids to a diabetic diet when my grandmother was diagnosed with it. So I never had a problem with diabetes or borderline A1C or anything. I was at a 5.9. And I said, what? What do you mean? I'm at a 5.9. I don't eat junk like that. I'm eating healthy. What is this? And it was because, everything, if you know the system, and I've been 2 years, did 2 years of medical school, so I know how the metabolism works and how everything affects every other organ. So I was like, okay, I gotta get this weight off. So that 5.9, and then my blood pressures after the surgery, so get this, I've also had COVID twice.
Okay.
So the first time I had COVID, I almost took my whole family out. My God, and it's only with my God family, and my family is 5 siblings, and all of us, my brother his family had gotten over it, but the rest of us all had it at the same time, minus the oldest. He ended up getting it later, but we almost lost all of us at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
And so we got over that, and it was around Christmas, our cookie party. but that's another story. And then the next year, like 2 years later, I believe, got it again from somebody at work. I had just got off of prednisone, and prednisone messes up your immune system. And I went to work, I have special masks. I had like I call them the COVID masks because it's like zero point 0.1 micron filtration. So I had wore that, and I was on latex allergy, so it was latex free, mm-hmm. and I had ordered those, and to the point where my whole lab was using them. And I wore that mask, took it down just to eat in the room. I had been out for a week, took it down just to eat. By that Friday, that was on a Wednesday. By that Friday, I was positive. Mm-hmm. I started having symptoms, tested positive on Christmas Day. It was crazy, but it went a little bit better. But with me having COVID earlier that year, and then having the surgeries back to back, mm-hmm. and then all of that, my body. So with the surgery, with the COVID and the surgeries, my pressures were out of whack. I've never had problems with high blood pressure. I don't mm-hmm. eat salt. We cook with powders. All of that. Never had any of those problems, but I couldn't get them regulated to the point where I was trying to stay off the medicine. I was laying down, relaxing, trying to do meditation to get my levels. I was like, this is crazy. Mm-hmm. And I was overweight, couldn't breathe. It was just crazy.
I remember when you were sick.
Yeah,
I remember
it was
that.
bad. Yeah. I was sounding like an elf in you all. That's my nickname when I can't talk like myself.
Okay, let's see. Somebody actually asked, and this was like a little funny. Well, I think she was serious, but I just told her, it's a little bit. And then she asked this beforehand. But one of the things that she asked was, what about those wanting to go from a size 6 to a 10? I told her, this is not the conversation for that today, but I'm sure that there could be something that we could do. But today, this conversation is on how to go from where you are to where your goal would want to be, and also in a healthy way.
Yes.
In a healthy way. So I'm going to show you guys, and like I said, I'm going to put the pictures up there. For those of you who are on Instagram, I will post those pictures a little bit later, but we just can't stream it through this particular platform because this platform, well, actually Instagram doesn't allow anyone to stream different things into their platform, which is why we have to do things a little bit, kind of piece it together. But anyway, for those of you who are actually on the Facebook and YouTube, I'm going to show you some pictures of Ellen. So you'll see some pictures that pop up on the screen. So Ellen, if you could just tell us what those pictures are.
Okay, so this picture
I'm sorry. One more thing. What I'm going to do, for those of you who are on Instagram, I'm going to take my computer, this computer here, and actually turn it around so you can see these pictures too. At least you'll be able to see them. Hold on just a moment. All right, Ellen. So
okay,
I will do that. So for those of you who are actually looking at it on Instagram, so Ellen, if you could explain.
Okay, so the red dress on some is going to be on the left and on others is going to be on the right. The red dress was in May, that was June 1st of this year, my daughter's graduation, her 8th grade graduation. And I had been on the medicine for 3 weeks at this point. I had just taken my second dose that day, that Tuesday. I was still a size 16. I had gotten smaller than you'll see in the next picture, but on the right, that was November of this year on my niece's bridal shower. As you can see, my clothes are really baggy, and they were kind of falling off. We're not gonna, I thank God for the long shirt, but I kept pulling them up because they were falling off. But you losing the inches and everything, I felt great. But on the picture in the red dress, I was dressed like my daughter. We both wore the same color for her graduation. And I got a similar dress you're going to see in black. And that's going to show you the real difference between myself and me then and now. But you see all the extra back fat, the fat arms, and that's my granny arms. We got those from my granny, but they're not there anymore. See?
Yeah. Let me just show them here on. Let me take this picture down so they can see. So show your arms again. See that?
Let's see. Let's show you now.
Yeah. Big difference.
Big difference.
That's a big difference.
Big
difference. Oh, and our young lady is back who did ask the question. Here's a question. She said it's Valerie. Hey, Valerie. So Valerie is asking, hey there, what about us chickens who want to go from a size 6 to a 10? We exist too. Yeah, you do. You do. You do
They
exist.
have things for you. They have things to help you out, and I'm sure Dr. Terry has something here to help you get a little bit thicker in the healthy
Yes.
way, so that you won't uh, gain weight and
We'll
become.
inquire.
Yeah,
We also have a fitness gym too, so you may want to, that can
bulk
bulk
up.
up. There you go.
Muscle is
There you
way
go.
heavier.
There you go.
That's the best thing to put on, muscle than fat.
That's right. That's right. But I'm sure we've got some things, but today's conversation is about how to go from the other extreme and go
Yes,
down. So.
go down.
Okay, thanks, Valerie. Hey, Annette, how are you? Glad you're able to join. So let's see here. Okay, so let me just make sure we have any other questions. Oh, I do want to show the other pictures, so we can show those as well. So we showed that one. Okay, I want to show you. Okay,
That's that one, yeah.
this one? Okay.
Mhm.
So this is the one for those of you who are on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm going to just show the other ones who are on Instagram from my actual camera, my phone, so my computer. So this is her. Okay, Ellen, do you want to explain?
So with the jacket on, that was at the day of my godbrother's birthday celebration. We had to wear like black, yellow, and white. Anywho, I was 2 weeks post-op from one surgery, 4 weeks post-op from the other surgery, and still on prednisone on that picture. And I think that was like maybe my first bout with prednisone. I had 3 more bouts after that, so you could imagine that I had gotten way bigger. So that was May of 2022. I was in a size 16, and but even at a point, those 16s weren't fitting right because I had gotten so big. But then on the right and on the left on the others, that's the exact same dress in July of 2023. This year, I was at my paparazzi convention, and I have on the same dress and just different shoes, but the same dress. And I was probably 200 pounds at that point.
Wow.
I don't even think I hadn't gotten down to where I'm at now. I was like 200 on that picture, but it was still a drastic difference. You see the face, everything was way better. I wasn't swollen. It was awesome. And I actually was swollen from travel because I was in Las Vegas and it was 105 every day. So I was swollen on that picture, but still way better than I was a year before.
And I just want to point this out. She took the jacket off.
Yes.
So,
yes.
so there is no jacket. I mean, she is
I was
styling,
like,
and the stance is like
yes, my back.
Yeah.
I was, I had confidence because I was always a petite little girl, and even when I went to high school, went to high school and then went to college, I was still a really small girl. So I've always teetered between size 8 to 10. And then even when I graduated from college, I was still 8 to 10. And so I'm like, to go from that to now struggling with my weight. And my asthma was bad then. Of course, it got worse as I got older with hormonal changes and climate changes and being allergic to mold and everything now. But it was still a confidence situation. Like I loved myself. I loved I say my nooks and my crannies. I loved them all. But it was still a confidence booster once I saw like, man, and it wasn't anything, it's not a miracle drug. I had to do the work. Like I was a pasta head, I was a bread head. I loved bread and pasta. But I had to get to a point where I didn't eat them. And ironically, because I was so determined, as soon as I took the drug, I didn't want it. I didn't crave it. And so now it's not a part of my diet. And I like, if I make my daughter, she still loves her chicken Alfredo, I'll eat the chicken and the vegetables and leave the pasta. Or I'll eat the meat off the bread and leave the bread. So, and then my stomach has shrunk, so I don't eat larger portions. I eat smaller portions throughout the day. And I'm fulfilled. And it's just like I don't drink pop like that. I'm pretty much water, lemonade, ginger ale from whenever I have indigestion and things like that. But yeah, I don't, all of the sugar, it's everything. And that's why the client you said earlier that the food changes. I was just at my brother's house, and everything that my sister-in-law cooked, she says she don't use salt. I watched her. She didn't use them like that, but I did see some. But it still shouldn't have been that much to make me. I didn't eat much because it wasn't agreeing with my system. And it lets you know that, okay, no, this is not good. So I've used Wegovy to help me take what I thought was good in my system out. So whatever's not agreeing with my system, I take it out and I no longer eat it. So now, even my daughter, she's not on anything, but her whole lifestyle has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And like what we have in the house, because
Mm-hmm.
both my mom and I are on the same journey, so she's on it as well. So
Mm-hmm.
she's slimming down and firming up and things like that. So it's just a whole lifestyle change. I just feel that we need to be healthy. I mean, to the
Yes.
point where we're about to start growing our own vegetables. We got like a whole plan because at least we know it won't have the pesticides in it and things like that. So it's serious.
Wow. I haven't gotten that far. I don't know if I'm gonna grow my own.
My mama, she the chef, so she's like, I need my own herbs. Okay, mom, what we need?
I'll just come to their house and eat
Uh-huh.
because I know it's gonna be healthy. Let's see. Okay, there was oh, thank you so much. Always help you scan. Hi, Sharika. Keep up the good work. We appreciate you sharing your journey of your experience with challenges and how the Allure Med Spa has helped you to overcome those challenges.
Yes.
So, and that was a comment that was on our Instagram page. But yes, it is so good when, like I said, we can hear clients
Yes.
talk about their experience. We can hear clients um, share what they have gone through. Because you guys can hear what they're saying, and it's not just us. We know that it works, um, but to hear it really coming from someone who's experienced it, who's going through it, who's gone way more than I mean, especially with
Mm-hmm.
the growing. I would like to
Oh
grow.
yeah.
I would like to grow stuff, but ain't gonna happen.
See, my mom's a chef, so she was like, you know what? I
No.
just need to, I just need to get my own. I said, okay, ma, that's fine. Let's do it. So she and my daughter is all about like, let's grow our own. So we're gonna grow 'em. I got a huge yard. We're gonna put some out there, but she's starting it in the house. So yes, my house is gonna have flower pots all over the place, but it's okay.
I'm going over for dinner.
Yes.
So, so we do have another question. There's another question on Facebook,
Okay.
and that is, hi LaDonna. You mentioned that insurance covers costs. What about older adults that have Medicare?
My mom has Medicare. She has Humana and whatever, but they gave her Ozempic. But of course, you still have to meet the parameters surrounding it. She was overweight, but she was losing weight as well. But she had 4 surgeries back to back that caused her to gain a lot of weight. But my mom is in a size, well, for the wedding, she was in a size 14. My mom was over 300 pounds
Wow.
when she started, and she started after me.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she was losing weight. It was just taking a long time,
Mhm.
and it was hurting her. My mom is shorter than me. She's like 5'1.5", and so she came from. Well, we were like petite. My mom has always been like had the hips and
Mhm.
everything, but she was always small up top. So for her to go from that to having
Mhm.
overall work, because she had exploratory surgeries, she had hysterectomy, so she couldn't do like the ab
Mhm.
workout, and like I had 2 hernia repairs, and I can't do the same ab workout. So we was like, okay, we need something
Mhm.
that'll help us get back to that healthy state. And so hers is Ozempic. She gets Ozempic, and she just started her 1.0. And when I say she was a 14 in November. So I'm sure, because she's lost even more weight,
Wow.
I'm sure my mom is like a 12 or something. I'm looking at her, and she's like, I see her confidence. Even she has arthritis in her hips and her back. She's no longer walking bent over. She can do stairs by herself now. She does everything. Like her knees, we already had her knees replaced, so she's fine on that. But the hips and the back, and she has a disc, a
Mhm.
herniated disc in her back. She doesn't have as much pain
Oh wow.
now that her weight is going down. So they cover it. It's just a matter of them, you going with your doctor, and they're doing this.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the same workup up if you don't already have the
Yeah.
results. They'll do the same workup that Dr. Terry did.
Here's what I'm going to actually put the email and the phone number on the screen.
Hmm.
So that way you'll be able to just see that information there. So call the spa. I mean
Yeah.
that's the best information I can give you right now as
Yes.
far as just call 708 864 4988. Again, it's 708-864-4988. 708-864-4988 is our number. The email is allurelasermedspa@gmail.com. So, and again, that's allurelasermedspa@gmail.com. So just call or email, and we will get back to you because we don't want to give you the wrong information, and it's best to talk to the person who can help
Right.
you with that information because I can tell you anything
Right.
and I could be wrong. Wait, let me take that back. I always tell my husband, I might be mistaken,
But
but
I'm
I'm
never
never wrong.
wrong.
Exactly.
I was
So
mistaken. I'm
I
sorry.
may have been mistaken. So I don't want to mistakenly give you information that may not be totally accurate.
Right.
So the best thing to do, like I said, is either call the spa or just send us an email, and then we'll just get you set up. Now I will say though that consultations for the weight loss, there is a consultation fee. So
Yes.
you will get that fee because if you're serious about doing this, Doc's going to go through all of that information with you. But there is a fee, but when you call, you can find all that information out. But the number is 708-864-4988. Email allurelasermedspa@gmail.com. And we will make sure that you get to the right person that needs to talk to you about this. And then if we need to let you talk to Ellen some more in depth, she can do that too.
Yeah. You can reach out to me.
Because it is so nice that when people are going through this and they see a change,
Yeah.
they want to share this information with you, which actually I love it too because it makes my job easier. I don't have to beg people, could you please come on? And I think we said awesome. Oh, thank you so much. So yes, but if you have any questions, give us a call. But there is one more picture that I do want to show.
Oh yeah, the most recent.
Oh my gosh, she's stunning. She's absolutely stunning. So there she is in her evening gown. And for those who are on our Instagram, I'm going to show you that as well. So Ellen, explain this one for us.
Okay, so this was the day of the wedding back on November 12th of this year, my niece's wedding, but that dress is a size 10. Now, I don't know if you all can tell, I'm kind of top heavy, and I was a 38G. And I say was because I'm not anymore. I'm probably a 36F, and I'm saying probably because I haven't gone to get fitted. But
When you do, let us know.
I know I will. But that dress, I had a 10. I haven't been in a 10 since I gave birth to my daughter because my boobs were so big that it wouldn't fit. But that dress zipped up, and I had room to move the little straps where I could leave it down. I kind of brought it up because I'm auntie, I don't need to have
She was
all of
jazzy.
them. I brought it up a little bit, but it's supposed to go like this. But I brought it up. And as you can see like the little cleavage or whatever. I was trying to be as subtle as possible. That's why I had on the jewelry to cover it up. But that's a size
Show you that
10.
again.
And I have not been in a 10. My daughter is about to be 15. I haven't worn a size 10 in 15 years. So the fact that I was able to put on a size 10 dress, I was in there like, oh my God, are you serious? This a 10. I remember texting my niece who just got married. She was like, all right, TC, hey now, you gonna be jazzy? I was like, I cannot believe I am in a 10. And I was like, I'm even smaller than that now, so.
Yeah, because she was showing me
Oh.
like on her pants, right? Because this is a 10 you're
This
wearing
is a
now.
size 10 pants. So I think I'm a size 8, y'all. What y'all think?
I think so.
And it's like a lot of space.
Yeah.
See that?
That's amazing. So
Y'all
this
the size
is
8 pants.
Don't start shouting. Okay.
Because you know I will.
So, so guys, I don't see any other questions. If you guys had some questions for Ella, feel free to just pop those in there now, and then she'll answer those right now. But if you don't, we appreciate your hopping on. This wasn't originally scheduled. Ella came in last week, and she was like so super excited.
Yeah.
We usually do like a client speaks once every month, which will usually be the third Tuesday of the month at 1 o'clock. But she's gonna be back in her office.
Yeah.
And so, hey, I'm flexible. So I was like, well, just come on in. Like, we can do it. Just come on. Just come on.
I was like,
So
okay.
that's right. So she was sending me her pictures, and I was like, well, I need to get your before and afters. So I wanted the picture so you guys can actually see exactly, what's happening here. So, like I said, yeah, this is exciting. So I'm so glad that you were able to come in. Somebody just left a comment on Facebook. Oh, LaDonna says congrats.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So absolutely. So guys, thanks again for hopping on. Um, um, we're thinking, and just for you guys who are looking at it on Instagram, Instagram is now allowing third-party apps to start to stream through that platform. So we were trying to get that going today. Weren't quite able to get it all the way up and running, but we're looking to get that going. So that way you can see the pictures just as we post them into our Facebook and our YouTube. You'll be able to see them exactly at the same time that they're seeing them online as well. But we want to make sure that it's a great experience for everyone. And I do appreciate your Ellen for
Thank
coming
you.
in and sharing your experience with the people out there to let them know that this is real. So
It is.
yeah, yeah,
Remember, it's a lifestyle.
it's a lifestyle.
I know people who have said it didn't work for me. I keep gaining weight. I'm like, well, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Because you
Yeah.
shouldn't be gaining.
Yes.
She's
If you
like, oh, I
don't
can't
change,
get rid of that. I was like, oh, well, that's
yeah,
probably why.
yeah, and you have to, you can't stress that enough. Your lifestyle must
Must
change.
change.
It must change because either you're going to stop doing it completely, or you're going to be nauseous
Yes.
because your mindset is changing, and like you said, your stomach muscle that's changing. Everything is changing. You're trying to stuff a whole bunch of stuff into something that just won't take it anymore.
Right.
So you gotta change your lifestyle, and doctor will talk with you about that in the beginning. She'll tell folks, go back to your house, clean out your potato chips,
Yep.
all that stuff gotta go. And if you're saying, well, let me just finish eating all this first, and then, so you're not ready. You may not be ready.
Yeah.
Now you could be, but you may not be. But if you're not ready to let all that stuff go, then this you're wasting your money and your time. Because how often do you come in?
I only come in once a month for my weigh-ins now, but at one point, I know like there was a shortage. I was coming in once a week for my shots because I was able to get them initially through the insurance, and then it was a shortage, and I came here for like 2 months straight. I was coming every week to get my shots, and then I got to the level that they had in stock. So then I only come in for my weigh-in once a month now. So I only come in once a month, and I don't have to call because I don't have any problems. And she checks to make sure my everything is regulated and I'm not having any issues. But you also have to change your lifestyle because this is just to help you change your lifestyle. Once they taper you off this med, you still have to keep up with the lifestyle. It's a mindset. If you go back to it, because you won't have anything quote unquote suppress it. And then what I can say is, in the beginning, it was more so of it doing the work for me. Now I don't have any. I eat more. Like I wasn't eating as much in the beginning. I think that's probably what the body needed to get out all of the cleanse your system. And then now I eat more, but I eat more small portions through the day. So it's not like my appetite is suppressed. Everything is back to normal. So once you get to the point where you're getting closer to your weight goal, I'm assuming, at least for me, that it'll be more regulated about your diet and how you eat. So you still make a choice. I love it because it allows me not to see all of this food and crave something. It allows me to sit there and make an educated. I walk through the cafeteria like, okay, nope, not getting that, not getting that. And I will go back. I'm like, nope, I don't want that. Nope, I don't want that. Fine, I'm just gonna go home. I'll eat when I get home because I know I done cooked something at home and I just forgot to bring my lunch. So it does that. So now that I got that as a mentality, I can do it when I'm off of the drugs, the meds, the little shot, the injection.
Yeah. And it becomes habit forming. So
Yes.
you're into that habit now. And also, we all know that if you eat anything outside of what you're doing at home too, so many things have been added into those foods. You got to think, if you're at a restaurant, they prepared foods, right? So there are preservatives in those things. So there's a lot salt. You got to preserve it for the people to come in and eat. And I always joke with my husband, whenever we say, "Oh, what are we gonna eat today?" We'll do a turkey burger at home. And I love turkey burgers.
Turkey burgers, yes.
But every now and then, he'll say, "Well, let's just eat out." Okay, you do realize
that
you're gonna gain some pounds the next day. So because there are so many different things in these foods that we're eating, and we have to be very careful. That's one thing that Doc also gives you information on too, is how to read
the labels.
the labels
and knowing what it is.
and knowing what it is. So yeah. So again, if you have any questions, definitely. Let me just put that back up on the screen again in case you guys need to see the phone number one more time. The phone number is 708-864-4988, 708-864-4988. The email is allurelasermedspa@gmail.com. Call, email, just let us know, and we'll make sure we get back to you. So Ellen, once again, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
So that's it. And thank you all for watching, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whichever platform you're on. We do appreciate it because if it weren't for you guys, you know,
We would.
we wouldn't be here. Oh, y'all. So y'all tell y'all friends too.
Yes.
So
I have so many people that's coming and calling. I was like, go ahead. They was like, well, you get a discount. I said, I'm not worried about that. You want to get healthy, call them.
yes,
So,
but that is good. You said
you
because
do.
also you get a referral fee. So
Mhm.
not that it has anything to do with it because this is your life, your health,
Your health.
and Doc always says we have to age anyway.
Yes.
Let's do it gracefully.
Let's do it gracefully.
And so with that, we're going to sign off, and we will be talking with you guys next time. And probably won't see you, or not. Maybe we'll see you if you're coming in, but we may not actually get a chance to do any broadcasts until next year, which is like next week. So, so anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Have a great day, great week, great year. Have a great life. Bye, everybody.
Bye.